There you go. Let's get started. Sitting nice and comfortable. Welcome to Friday's yoga class. Let's sit nice and comfortable. Just roll the shoulders. Just couple shoulder rolls. We start with a little loosening. Very good. Front and back. Nice. Then drop the shoulders. And let's start to find a little stillness. So rest your hands on the knees. You can bring your palms up or down, whichever feels good. And then gently close your eyes if that feels comfortable and start to bring your attention to this practice. So remembering that yoga is a mind-body practice. So we do a lot of physical stretching, but it also involves the mental awareness of our practice. So being involved mentally, emotionally here. And that way we connect a little more to all the sensations, all the changes that happen in the body. So close your eyes. And let's start our practice with 3 open mouth exhales. Now that also helps to bring our attention to the breathing. That is crucial in a yoga practice. So let's take a breath in through the nose. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Just like you're blowing a birthday candle. Let's do that 3 more times. This also helps to deepen the exhale. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. The more we start to breathe out longer, we start to relax the breath. When you slow down the breathing, the thoughts in the mind starts to slow down. They are connected to your breath. Now bring your palms to the touch. Let's rub the palms, eyes closed. And we are going to make a cup of our hands, hollow cup, and then place it on the eyes just to feel the warmth. This is called as palming. It's one of the practices for soothing for eyeball muscles. And then slowly release the palms, gently blink the eyes open. Very good. Let's blink our eyes a couple times. We are living in Colorado. We get a lot of dryness in the eyes. So let's just blink a couple times. Very good. And then let's start to stop the blinking and let's start to move the neck. So up and down. Just up and down movement. Shoulders are relaxed. Hands are resting on the thighs or knees. So no tension in other parts of the body. That way you focus on only what is going on in the neck. Very good. I'm seeing that Joyce is deepening the stretch. That's very good. Now reach the chin up as much as you can. So nice stretch. And then reach the chin down as if the chin is touching the chest. If it doesn't touch, that's okay. Deepen the stretch. Very good. And then come back to the center. Drop the right ear and the left ear. So just kind of side to side. Stretching the side muscles. And then come back to the center. Turn the neck to the right and to the left. Once again, right. Very good. Left. Let's do that couple more times. And then slowly come back to the center. Now from here, let's start to bring our hands to the shoulders and let's start to make shoulder rotations. So again, bring your elbows closer and open them wide. Very good. And then opposite direction. Very good. And slowly come back to the center, release. Let's bring our palms to touch, elbows to touch in front of the heart. Now inhale, open. Exhale, close. Once again, inhale and exhale. Synchronize the breathing and movement. Inhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Slowly release and relax the palms. Very good. Let's bring our left palm on the mat. Stretch to the right side as if you're trying to reach the ceiling. And then start to pull that right hip off the mat. Kind of stretching sideways. Come back up. So we're not lifting the hip off the mat. No. My Alexa starts to talk to me. Okay. Side bend and come back up. And let's do that one more time. And release. Anything she hears, it sounds like Alexa, she thinks I'm talking to her. Let's do that here. Let's take that to the left side. Reach and take a side bend. One more time. And one more. And release. That also means that she's listening to me all the time, which is very scary feeling. But right? I know. So let's take a side twist. Right palm on the left knee, looking over the left shoulder. And then slowly come back to the center. Let's take it to the other side. Very good. Nice squeeze. Let's do that one more time. Right palm to the left knee. Give a squeeze. And again to the other side. Very good. Slowly come back to the center. Now you start to feel that into the back. Now you also feel the tightness in the rib cage, upper back, and that's why we do all these upper body warm-ups. Let's do a little bit of a wrist movement. So let's start with a little fist, open and close. That starts to stimulate the blood circulation. Tighten the fist, open. Very good. Open wide. Nice. And then stop the movement. Now stretch the palms to the front as if you're pressing on a glass. Give a nice stretch. Feel that into the shoulder and the arms. And make a tight fist here. And let's draw circles with the knuckles. As if you're reaching your knuckles to a whiteboard or a glass and trying to draw circles. Trace a circle. Very good. And slowly open, release, and relax. Relax the arms. Very good. Now, from here, let's take our eagle arms, open the arms wide. We're going to swoop in and bring the right elbow under the left, and we're going to wrap the arms here. Now, if you can wrap the arms, that's good. If that feels too much, you can bring your hands to the shoulders, whichever feels good. Once you're here, start to reach through the elbows, through the fingers. Keep breathing. Stay here. And then slowly lower, release, and relax. Very good. Let's take that on the other side. Again, if it doesn't feel good, you can pull the opposite shoulder. Swoop in and opposite elbow comes down. These are called eagle arms because this is the arm position in the eagle pose. We are not doing the entire yoga pose, just doing the arms. Again, reach to the arms. Very good. Stay there. Nice squeeze the arms there. And then slowly lower the arms and release. Very good. Release. Relax the shoulders. Start to feel that into the upper back and the shoulder. Now, let's open the right arm out and then take it all the way to the other side across the front body. Now, don't turn to the left side. Just kind of stretch that outside of the arm. Giving a nice stretch. Pressing through the top of the arm. So I'm feeling that little pinch in the inside of the shoulder and I feel that deep stretch on the outside. Very good. Stay there. And slowly come up. Release. And take it all the way to the other side. Let's take it to the left. Left arm goes all the way to the other side. And again, give a nice squeeze. And then hold that stretch. Keep breathing. And slowly release. Now always remember, some of us might have some shoulder issues where some movements may not feel comfortable, so you can totally avoid that or go a little easy on it. Always be mindful of shoulders and knees. Release the legs. Point and flex the toes. And let's take our tabletop position. I'm going to come into our tabletop. If the surface feels too hard for the knees, you can double the mat. You can also have a thin blanket or a towel on which you can put your knees. Now, once you're here, knees are under the hips, top of the feet are on the mat. And when I'm keeping my palms, I'm going to place my fingertips, fingers, and then palms. So instead of keeping the wrist first, let's start to place from the fingertips and then the palms. So the weight is equally distributed. Now, once we are here, let's start our cat and cow breaths. Stretch the spine lengthwise, tuck the tail out, chin up. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone in, chin to the chest. Inhale, belly drop, stretch the spine, tuck the hips out. As you exhale, pull from the center of the spine, chin to chest. Continue this with your own pace. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, long spine. Very good. Exhale, curl the back, tuck the tailbone in. So the hips sometimes don't move as you want them to. So it's a little practice. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Very good. Inhale, long spine and exhale. Come back to the center. Very good. Now, meet back in neutral spine, which means the belly is not dropping nor you're lifting the belly. It's coming into neutral back position. And that's a lot of work for the core. Now, when you're ready, right leg reaches out. Point through the right toes. Very good. Take that leg all the way to the left side. So I'm showing you this way. If I'm pointing my right leg backwards, I'm taking it across the body. Turn from the left, look at the right toes. Very good. Slowly come back. Point the right toes to the back wall. If you feel steady, opposite arm points to the front. Balancing bird. We did this last week. Balancing bird. Very good. Stay there. Keep stirring at a point. 1 more breath. And back to tabletop. Very good. Let's take it to the other side. Once you're here, left leg reaches out. Give a stretch as if the toes are trying to reach the back wall. From here, take that left leg all the way across the body to the right. And then turn from the right side. See if you can look at the toes. Keep breathing. Very good. And then slowly come back. And balancing bird. Bring your left leg pointing to the back wall. Right arm points to the front wall. Very good. Stay there. 1 more breath. And back to tabletop. Very good. Now, once you're here, walk your hands to the knees and let's come into kneeling. That gives a little rest to the wrist. Shake it off. Couple circles with the wrists. Very good. Bring your palms to touch. Interlace the fingers and give a stretch. Very good. Nice stretch. Very good. Now slowly release. Release and relax. Nice. Now from here, let's come into our tabletop again. We are going to lower ourselves on the belly. So we have belly down poses. If you want to come into a full plank and then lower yourself, feel free to do that. If you want to avoid the plank, just lie down on your abdomen. So if you're going for a plank, let's start with fingertips, fingers, and palms, and then stretch one leg and then the other coming into full plank. If you're used to this practice, if this is too much, you can lower the knees, stay into half plank. If you're holding the plank, stay there for 2 breaths. If you want to avoid the plank, just lower yourself all the way to the mat. Once you hold here, when you're ready, start to lower all the way to the mat. Gently release. Very good. Now, once you're here, let's bring our legs closer, palms next to the chest. We are going to do our Cobra breathing. When you're ready, press the palms into the mat, lift your upper body up, inhale up, Cobra, exhale, go down. Once again, inhale up, Cobra, exhale, go down. Legs come closer, top of the feet are on the mat. Inhale up and release. Let's do that 3 more times at your own pace. Inhale up. Very good. Now the next time you release the Cobra, let the forehead rest on the palm or forehead rest on the mat. Again, release the wrist, couple circles with the wrists, just kind of loosening the wrists. Make a fist and release if you want. Now, once again, keep your palms on the mat next to the chest. This time we are going to hold that Cobra pose, but we are also not lifting too much. In the breathing, we lifted a lot. So here we lift just a little bit. When you're ready, slowly peel up head, neck, and shoulders. Just a little bit, mini Cobra. Now, the reason we go into mini Cobra is we're going to try to release the palms off the mat. So see if you can do that. If that feels too much, you can keep that support. Look up, chin up. If you let go the palms, that helps to strengthen the back muscles. Muscles are holding your whole body off the mat. It's only a practice. If it's too much, you can keep the palms on the mat. One more breath here. Very good, and then slowly release. Release. Let's make a pillow of the palms on each other. Turn your head in one direction. Legs go wide, heels in, toes out. Exhale out completely. Let the whole body relax. If your shoulders feel tighter, wiggle the shoulders. This is called as Crocodile Pose Relaxation. This is a relaxing pose. It is a yoga pose in itself. Relaxing on the abdomen helps to release the back tension, helps to breathe a little deeper. Your exhalations get a little longer. This is also called as prone breathing. Breathing in prone position. Exhale out. Crocodile pose relaxation. Take a moment here. Let the breathing slow down. Very good. Now, from here, we are going to move into our next pose in this prone series. We are going to come into our locus stretch. Let's bring our legs closer. Locus stretch works on the lower back. So here we are going to keep our chin on the mat. Bring your arms alongside and then slowly slide those palms under the thighs. Again, take your time. Slide those palms under the thighs, chin on the mat. We are going to start with Shavasana breathing, which is locus breathing. Right leg goes up, bring it down. We are moving through the hip joint. Right leg goes up, bring it down. Let's do that 3 more times. So right leg goes up, bring it down. Now it doesn't matter how far you lift. Right leg goes up and bring it down 1 more time. Very good. Nice. Keep your legs closer. Now you notice that your right leg already starts to feel a little longer. When you lift your right leg, it engages the glutes, lower back muscles. Now, let's lift the right leg and let's hold that stretch. So lift the right leg off the mat. Keep pointing the right toes to the back wall. And again, stay there. Keep breathing. See if you can hold that stretch. 2 more breaths here. Half locus. Strengthening the lower back, improving the flexibility, relieving the tightness. And then slowly release the right leg. Bring both the legs closer. Right leg is definitely longer than the left here. Now, let's do that same sequence on the other side. Left leg goes up, bring it down. Once again, left leg goes up, bring it down. 1 more time. Moving through the hip joint. So remember, you're moving through the hip joint. Let's do that 2 more times at your own pace. Very good. Nice. When you release the left leg, bring both the legs closer. Let's hold that left leg locus pose. So lift the left leg off the mat, point the toes to the back wall, moving through the hip joint again. Chin stays on the mat. We're going to hold that locus. Breathing. More breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly release the left leg. Both the legs feel equal now. Release the arms. And let's take our crocodile pose relaxation. Palms on each other. Let's turn our head in the opposite way. And then let's keep our legs wide. So move your legs as wide as the mat. Heels in and toes out. Take your time to come into this crocodile pose relaxation. And then once you're here, let the whole body release itself here. As if the body is sinking into the mat. Completely let go. If there's tightness in the hips, you can wiggle the hips a little. If there's tightness in the shoulders, you can wiggle the shoulders and let it relax. Crocodile pose relaxation. Couple breaths here. You might feel some difference in the lower back, upper back region, some sensations, or maybe nothing. Nothing you feel. Maybe you feel the effect later during the day when your back feels a little better. Couple breaths. Very good. Now, let's move our forehead to the So your neck is in neutral position. And let's bend our knees. And let's do windshield wipers, just side to side. Moving the legs side to side, just loosening it out. And then come back to the center and then draw circles with the toes. So your ankle is moving in circles. Very good. And opposite direction. Very good. Come back to the center. Release the legs. Bring your palms to the mat. Push yourself up slowly and let's take a child's pose. So whichever way you want to come up, just come up, take a child's pose. Arms reach to the front, hips to the heels. Stretch it out here, couple breaths. Slowly come up here. After child's pose, let's do a little inversion. Coming into our downward facing dog. Let's come here, fingertips, fingers, and palms on the mat. When you're ready, tuck the toes in, keep the knees bent, and start to lift the hips up, pushing the hips to the back wall. Once you're here, your knees can be gently bent throughout the practice. If you want to release the hamstrings, bicycle those legs. And then let's find a little stillness. So we are going to hold this inversion. Your knees can be bent. Keep lifting the tailbone. Push the tailbone to the back wall. Very good. Let's stay there for 2 more breaths. Slowly lower the knees and release the pose. Very good. Slowly release. Let's take a child's pose for a couple breaths. Notice the changes in the breathing, heartbeat. Now slowly come up and let's come into standing poses. So you can come up whichever way you want. You can step 1 foot forward and then slowly the other and then gently come up into standing. The chair or side table. Gently move up. Now, once you find yourself in standing, take your time here. Take a quick peek at your feet once you're in standing. Both the feet are nice and parallel. They are under the hips. We start with our mountain pose alignment. Standing nice and tall on both feet. Once you're here, lift the toes, press the toes, lift the heels, press the heels. So kind of shifting our weight to the toes and heels. Now, once you do that, roll on the outer and inner edges. And then place through all the corners of the feet. So you can feel that toes, arches, and the heels, and then they start to reflect into the leg muscles. So if you actually press the toes, you can feel the shin. If you press the heels, you can feel all the way to the glutes. So I want you to press through all the 4 sides, 4 corners, and then stand taller. Now, once you start to stand taller, if your back starts to collapse, see if you can stretch the back heel, upper back, shoulders, roll a couple times, and then pull the shoulders down. Nice tall spine. This is mountain pose. Stand nice and tall. That engages the core, engages the back muscles, lifts the spine here, creates a nice space. Feel a little more energy in the body. Feel a little taller. Now find something in front of your eyes, and we're going to take 5 deep breaths here. Now, if you're used to this practice, engage your abdominal muscles when you breathe. What happens to the abdominal muscles? The abdomen sucks in as you exhale, breathe out. And as you inhale, it expands. And you can try that with open mouth exhales if you would like. So nice breath in. At your own pace. Two more breaths. With that energy, you practice this breathing more, you start to encourage the body to breathe deeper. You encourage the abdominal movement every time you breathe. So we don't want to breathe shallow, we want to breathe all the way to the belly. So you're going to practice that by pushing that belly out as you inhale, and as you exhale, it sucks in. Keep practicing that. Now let's take an inhale, arms up. Very good. Exhale, hands to the heart. Continue to focus on your breathing again. Inhale. Very good. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Nice. And bring your hands to the heart. Nice strong spine. You're standing nice and tall. Interlace the fingers here. Push the palms outside. Turn the palms out. Very good. Bring yourself in. Once again, inhale. One more time. Inhale. Bring yourself to the center. Now brush your face and reach up. Do a stretch. Very good. Come back in. Once again, inhale, stretch all the way above the crown. Bring yourself in. Let's do that one more time. Give a stretch. And slowly release. Relax the arms. Nice. Now from here, let's take a side stretch. We are going to reach our arms up. Again, interlace the fingers. Pointer is pointing up, okay? So keep that pointer pointing up as if it's pointing to the ceiling. Take a side bend. So you're kind of stretching this whole side body. Side bend to any one side, come back up. And let's repeat it 3 times. Side bend, same side. And see if you can increase that range of motion when you move a couple times. So 3rd or 4th time, maybe you go a little further, maybe it doesn't, and that's okay. And come back to the center. Very good. Now reach up through the pointer. Let's take it to the other side when you're ready. And again, notice one side feels easier, one side feels restricted. Very good. Come back to the center. Let's do that 3 more times at your own pace. Very good. And gently come back. Release. Keep the arms alone for some time. Very good. Now, let's do our chair pose. We'll leave the shoulder and arms alone. We'll start to work on the lower body a little. I'm going to grab my block here. And again, it's optional if you have a block. We're going to keep the block in between the inner thighs and do our chair today. Okay, if you don't have block handy today, that's fine too. Let's bring our feet as wide as the block. Now, the feet might get a little wider than the hips because our blocks might be of different, different width, and that's okay. Even though your feet are wide, make sure they're nice and parallel. Both heels are in the same lines. That way you're standing in nice alignment. Now, once you're here, inner thighs are squeezing the block. So when we do this yoga pose with the block, it engages the adductor muscles, which are inner thighs, and they also reflect to the pelvic floor and the core muscles. Now, from here, bring your hands to the heart, sink into an imaginary chair as if you're sitting on a chair. This is like a half squat. Be mindful of your knees, how it feels on your knees. Very good. Keep pressing through the toes, heels, and arches again, and you feel it differently. Very good. Stay there. One more breath. Nice. When you're ready, press through the feet, slowly come up. Joyce, see if you can bring your feet a teeny bit closer. If they are too wide, you might feel a little more stable. Let's try that again. Hands to the heart, sink into chair. Very good. Now you can stay right here. Other modification is reaching the arms up. Again, that is an option. Keep pressing through the feet. Utkatasana, awkward chair pose. It's a very powerful pose in yoga. Very good. One more breath. Bringing your hands to the heart, press through the feet, come up. I like to repeat it 3 times instead of holding very long, just doing once. That way you get a little relief on the knees. This yoga pose puts a lot of pressure on the knees. So let's do that 3rd time, last one. Hands to the heart, or you can reach the arms up, whichever feels good. Whichever feels good in your practice. Very good. Keep pressing through the heels, toes, and arches. One more breath. Very slowly come up, release. That's a good one. Very good. Your heart can feel it. Your heart starts to beat faster with that one. Exhale out. Stomp your feet a couple times. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So whatever pumps your heartbeat also encourages fresh blood flow to all the parts. Let's stand here, couple breaths. Eyes can be closed or open. Just observe the changes, breathing, heartbeat. Very good. Now, let's come into our mountain alignment, just like before. You're going to come into side bending, lateral bending pose, arms alongside. Again, pull the shoulders back so you're standing nice and tall. We're going to slowly lift the right arm up. We did this in the last class. Turn the palm and slowly reach up. Again, give a nice stretch. Exhale, side bend. Very good. Other arm is relaxed. You might even still feel that sensation of the block pressing into the inner thighs from the previous one. Very good. Keep breathing. And Karen, you can go easy on this. If you don't want to raise the arm, you can just give a side stretch. You're still stretching your back, but you can release your arm. If this is too much for your ribs, you can let go that. Press through the feet, slowly come up. And release. So remember, always be mindful. Every day is different. And some days if you're going through something, if you want to modify the practice, you might did this last week and this week it doesn't feel that great. You can always modify. Feel free to do that in my class. Now, let's do that on the other side. Your right arm feels longer. Left arm goes up. Turn the palm. Slowly reach up. Now, press through the feet again. Both sides. And then take a nice side bend. So you're stretching that whole side body. Very good. Keep breathing. Other arm is relaxed. Nice. Stay there. More breaths. When you're ready, press through the feet. Gently come up. Release and relax. Very good. Relax the arms. Make your feet a little wider. Just stand in a comfortable position again. Observe the changes in the breathing, in the back, maybe in the shoulders. Very good. Now, from here, let's come into a wide leg forward fold. Again, I'm going to grab both my blocks. If you have one block, that's fine too. Let's start with a wide stance. I'm going to bring those blocks handy. Feet go wide. So depending on the height of the block, if your blocks are at the tallest height, you're not going very deep in the stretch, and that's okay. If that feels good to you, you can stay right there. The lower the blocks, the deeper the stretch. Also, moving the blocks makes the stretch deeper. So depending on how your back feels with this, you want to modify that. If your back is not in a great shape today and it doesn't feel good, you can just stay right here, which is not bending too much, but just staying halfway. So whichever feels good. Let's start here. Again, option of bending with hands on the hips or option of bending with arms up, whichever feels good. Take a nice breath in here, exhale, bend forwards. Coming down all the way and then bringing your hands to the block, stay there. Whichever height of the block feels good. Adjust the height and you can deepen the stretch. Gentle bend in the knees is okay. Keep lifting the tailbone, keep moving the crown towards the mat. Keep your eyes open. So even if you have gone halfway, keep stretching the crown and the tailbone in the opposite direction. That we are creating space in those spinal bones. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. Find the perfect sweet spot where you feel deep stretch, no pain, no discomfort, just nice deep stretch. Keep your eyes open the whole time. It's a beautiful forward fold. Stretches the back of your legs, stretches the spine. Very good. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Save worship, which means your head is lower than your heart. Now, when you're ready to release, we're going to slowly come up. This is very important. Hands to the hips, press through the feet, and slowly come up. Press through the feet, gently come up. Nice, very good. Bend your knees, walk your feet closer. Nice. That was wide leg forward fold. That's a very good one for the spine. If it feels good to the back to do that, you want to do that every day. That gives a nice stretch. Let's take a complementary back bend. We do right and left, we do forward and backward. Now, feet are wide as the hips, hands to the hips, fingers pointing front, shoulders are pulled back, and we're going to bend backwards. Again, you can hold this stretch by just staying there. If holding this back bend doesn't feel good, you can slowly come back and repeat it 3 times. Very good. And then slowly release whenever you're done. Again, take your time, eyes remain open. Very good. Come back to the center. Now, let's grab our chair. Let's do our balancing pose today. We're going to work on our tree today, Vrikshasana. Let's do our tree pose. Now, before we start our balance, often at times what happens is if you're trying to balance on one leg, we kind of lose the balance and we sway to one side. So we want to practice stopping the fall. What happens is our muscles forget how we stop the fall, right? So if I'm standing here, if I'm going to fall, I'm supposed to keep my left foot to stomp that foot to stop that fall and then bring myself back to standing. So we are going to practice stopping the fall just to build a little muscle memory to that, okay? Maybe we are not there yet, but we just want to keep building that muscle memory, keep reminding the muscles how to stop the fall. So I'm going to hold my chair the whole time. We are going to start by standing on the right leg. This is just a little practice before we go into tree. Now, lift the left leg and then stop the fall. So as if you're falling on the left side, but you don't want to really fall, and then stop the fall. Very good. Just stomp the feet. Very good. And then hold the chair the whole time. Stop the fall. Let's do that 3 more times. Stop. Stop the fall. And 1 more time. And last one. Very good. Nice. Now, you already know that if you're going to sway, when you start on standing on right leg, you know what your body needs to do. Very good. Let's start with our tree pose on the right side. I'm going to start the tree here. Before we start standing on one leg, start staring at a point in front of your eyes. Anything which is not moving in front of your eyes, a picture frame, corner of a table, something which is on a countertop or the table, whatever is in front of your eyes. Now, when you're here, start to stand on the right leg and then lift that left leg off the mat, open that left knee outwards. Now, this is the tree pose where we also do a hip opening stretch. When you open that left knee towards the left wall, stretching the inner thighs. I'm still holding the chair. Now take your time here. This is the key. Go slow. Take some time to find steadiness. Your hand can go to the hips, hand can come to the heart, or you can reach up the arms. And then only when you feel a little steady, you're going to start to let go the chair. Maybe tiptoe the fingers, not let go completely. Take your time, keep staring at a point. Find your steadiness first, no rush. Coming into tree pose. Very good. And then when you're ready, we slowly release. And release. Nice work. Not so great today. Right? I'm hearing this. Joyce is super happy. She was all the way in the tree. Okay, every day is different. We welcome every day as it is. Still feel that effect of the tree. So remember, in yoga, I always say this, that it doesn't matter whether you're able to go into some final fancy position. What matters is you're engaging those muscles, your alignment is right, so you do get the benefits. So if I'm doing the tree here, 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 here. I'm getting the same benefits. So it doesn't really matter how far you go. Let's come and take this on the other side. I'm just kind of wiggling the knees, stomping the feet a couple times, and then start to stand nice and tall. I'm keeping my chair on the left side. We're going to do the practice of stopping the fall on this side. So I'm going to lift my right leg off the mat, keep holding the chair, and then stop the fall on the right. Once again, lift the right leg, stop the fall. Very good. Stop the fall. Once again. Let's do that 3 more times. The more we do it, the more our muscles remember. This is what I do when I'm I'm losing my balance. Stop the fall, and 1 more time. Very good. Let's come back to the center. Stand nice and tall. Keep staring at a point in front of your eyes, something which is not moving. Take your time to fix your gaze there. When you're ready, slowly lift that right leg off the mat. We are standing nice and tall on the left. And then open that right knee outwards. You can place it across the calf muscles or the ankles. Nice tall spine. Your left hip stays here. So if your left hip starts to come forward, you can push it back. It's a hip opener. Very good. Take some time here. Find your steadiness. Move your hands wherever you want to. You can keep them on the hips. And only when you feel a little steady, you're going to let go the chair. Keep staring at the point. Very good. Nice. When you're ready, slowly release. Release, release the arms. Very good, everyone. That's a little intense compared to just one leg standing mounted, isn't it? A little different. We have a couple more things going on along with the balance. Let's bring our feet a little wider and let's do a little hip circles. Just a little hip circles. Now drawing your circle with your hips. Loosen the hips. Very good. And opposite direction. Nice. Come back to the center. Release. Now let's come down on the mat. Let's come into a seated position. So slowly lower yourself here. Very good. Point and flex the toes. Rest your arms behind. Very good. Nice. Now, let's come into nice tall spines. We are sitting with your legs closer. Let's bend our right knee and let's do a little half butterfly. From here, let's move up and down. Very good. Up and down, half butterfly. So you can hold your knee and move it up and down. You want to feel that into the inner thighs, into the hips. Very good. Now slowly release and release the leg. Let's take it to the left side. Left knee is bent and up and down. Very good. Nice, up and down. And then slowly release, come back to the center. Very good. Now, from here, I'm going to take a little wide forward fold. So again, the block is optional. You can have a block in front of you. If you don't have block handy, just take a little wide forward fold. Knees can be gently bent. And you're going to start to bend a little forward. Doesn't have to be too much. If you have the block handy, you can keep your hands on the block and just bend forwards. If you don't have the block, you can just keep it on the mat and just bend forwards. You don't have to get up to go and get the block if it's away from you. Just bend forwards, just kind of giving a little stretch to the inner thighs and the hips. Very good. Walk a little further away. And then when you're ready, slowly walk back up, release. This is not a very comfortable stretch for many of us, right? Slowly come back to the center. Now, let's bend our knees and let's do our butterfly. So typically we are doing the same stretch, but it just feels a little easier when your knees are bent. Bend your knees, feet facing each other. Hold your feet closer. Bring your heels as close as they feel comfortable. As much close as they feel good. Now, once you're here, again, flap the wings. Very good. It's a little hip stretch. Very good. Now, let's open the knees wide and let's stay there. Keep breathing as if they're trying to touch the mat, right? Let the knees try to touch the mat. They may not touch today, but we're just kind of stretching them towards the mat. Very good. And then slowly release. Bring your knees closer. Release the legs. Nice. Now, from here, let's lower ourselves on the mat. Bring your legs closer. Bring your arms parallel to the legs. And again, if your back feels okay with this, we are going to start to release slowly on the back. Release the lower back, middle back, and then the upper back. Slowly lowering all the way. Release the arms. Legs go wide. Take some time here. And then when you're ready, bend your knees. Bring your knees into the chest. Hug the knees closer. And then rock side to side. Very good. Nice rocking movement. And then slowly come back to the center. Release the feet on the mat. Nice. Now from here, let's do our little windshield wiper movement, spinal twisting. Feet are wide as the mat. Open the arms at the shoulder level, palms facing up. And then let's drop the knees to the right and to the left. Just dropping the knees to the right and left. Feet are wide as the mat. So keeping those feet wide. Again, twisting movement releases the back. Very good. Now slowly come back to the center. Let's take that twist and hold that twist. So we're going to drop our knees to the left and then turn the neck to the right. Very good. Keep breathing. Stay there. Keep breathing. And then slowly come back up. Release, and let's take it to the other side. When you're ready, slowly drop the knees to the right, turn the neck to the left. And then gently release, feel that nice twisting effect, and then come back to the center. Release the arms, walk your feet closer to each other. And then bring your knees closer to each other, bring them closer to the chest. So you're hugging the knees into the chest. With your arms, hug the knees closer. And if you feel comfortable, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Nose comes closer to the knees. Coming into wind-free pose, forming yourself into a small ball. Two more breaths. And then gently release the head, neck, and shoulders. And release the feet on the mat. Wind-free pose, that was a very good one for the abdominal muscles. It helps in digestive system, relieving the fat around the abdomen. It also stretches the spine. It's a very good pose to be done every day. Now, that was a forward bend of the back, so let's of the spine. So let's do a little back bend. Let's do our bridge pose. We start with bridge pose breathing, just like we did in Cobra and Locus. So we're going to keep our feet closer to the hips, and they are wide as the hips. Once you're here, palms on the mat alongside. Press through the palms and feet, lift into bridge. Lift the belly up. Exhale, lower the belly down. So you're lifting the lower back, middle back. Inhale, press through the feet and palms. Exhale, bring it down. Now each time you lift into bridge, you want to keep your knees parallel. Inhale up. Exhale, go down. Thighs remain parallel, so that engages all the leg muscles. Exhale, bring it down. And let's do that 3 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Moving at your own pace. Very good. Now the next time you lower the bridge, let's take a moment here, a couple breaths. And then when you feel ready, we are going to take that bridge and hold the back bend. So keep your palms pressing into the mat, feet pressing into the mat, lift up, and let's hold that back bend as much as you can. Doesn't matter how far you go. You can also slide a block under the bridge if you want to take a little supported bridge to it. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. Beautiful stretch to the back, engages the core, thigh muscles, also stretches the shoulder. With the next breath, start to release the bridge very slowly. So release the upper back, middle back, and the tailbone. Release the bridge and notice the changes in the breathing in the back muscles. Very good. Let's bring our knees into the chest, rock side to side. Just evening it out and then slowly come back to the center, release. Once you release the back, rocking side to side and release, and then come back to neutral. Let's come into our final resting pose. So again, whichever relaxing pose you feel comfortable. Traditional Shavasana relaxing pose is where the legs go wide, arms away from the body, palms are facing up, shoulders relax. You can have a bolster or a pillow or a blanket under your knees. That helps to relieve the lower back. If lying down on the spine doesn't feel good to you, you can always bend your knees, feet go wide, knees come closer. So you can take any of these relaxing positions, relaxing poses. And we're going to come into our final relaxation at the end of the class. Close your eyes. Just start to relax the whole body here. Just let go. Let go the shoulders. Let go the hip joints. Let go the spine, head and neck region. And let the whole body relax completely. Close your eyes. As the physical body starts to relax and release, your mind starts to wander to other places. If your mind is distracted with other thoughts, worries, intentions, start to bring your attention to your breathing. Inhales and exhales. And notice the pattern of the breath. Inhales and exhales move with the rhythm. And your entire body moves with that rhythm with the breath. The belly rises and falls with the breathing. Let the whole body relax. Keep your focus on the abdominal breathing. And the gentle up and down movement of the belly button with your breathing. The belly rises as you inhale, as you exhale, it sinks in. Let the whole body relax and release. The breathing starts to slow down. Nice inhales and longer exhales. Without disturbing this peace and relaxation, continue to keep your focus on the breathing. Start to bring gentle movements to the fingers and toes. And then when you feel ready, slowly bring the legs closer. And then bend the knees, bring your knees into the chest. Giving yourself a nice hug. And then bringing the knees closer to the chest, rock side to side, just to release the back. Slowly turn to the right side, make a pillow of the right arm, stay there. And you can move whichever way feels good to you. When your body allows you, gently come up into a comfortable seat. Push yourself with the help of your arms and gently come up. Eyes can remain closed or you can open them. And then find a stillness. Just sit comfortably in any position. And loosen the shoulders, couple shoulder rolls. Some movement in the neck to release the neck muscles. Then gently bring your hands to the heart. Close your eyes. Moment of gratitude for this practice. Gratitude to connect with ourselves and the community and friends. Gratitude that this body has given us a lot of wisdom, strength, resilience, patience through all these years. Let this practice, let the benefits, and let the intentions walk with you beyond the mat. Bringing your hands to the third eye, healing thoughts, hands to the lips, healing words, and hands to the heart, healing intentions. It was an honor to guide you all in the practice. The light in me salutes the light present in you. Namaste. Namaste everyone. Let's rub the palms. Let's do palming. And make a cup of your hands. Place it on the eyes. Feel the warmth. And slowly release the palms. Gently bring the eyes open. Thank you everyone for joining.